Welcome back to Solo Marvel Champion. Today I'm finishing my Spectrum through NeXt Evolution campaign, going against the last villain in the box, Stryfe. Let's go through setup really quickly. We put Hope of Summers into play. We reveal Stryfe's grasp. Stryfe's grasp has 4. We hinder 6. Go ahead and flip this. We then get to campaign setup. Campaign setup tells us to put all of the environments we have earned into play, and then put additional threat on the main equal to the number we've just put into play. Now, I did have 1 damage left on Hope at the end of the last scenario, and I have the choice of putting it on Hope as damage or putting it on Grasp as threat. I am going to put it on Grasp. This deck chews through threat super quickly, and I don't want damage on Hope that isn't necessary, because there are some cards that will just put damage on Hope. I don't want her to be defeated just because I decided to keep 1 damage on her. Next part of setup is we are going to shuffle the deck. We're going to reveal, or rather discard cards until we discard a minion or a psionic attachment. And then that card will be revealed, not put into play. So let's hope we don't get something too difficult. The minions in Mutant Insurgent all have when revealed effects, and that is why I'm sure that we are told to reveal the card here instead of put it into play. Reaper, that is a minion. Now that minion does not have a revealed effect, so that's nice. I do have this, which I'll shuffle in, and rather than shuffling and then going back and shuffle, I'm going to go ahead and put Geared Up in. It has 4, and then I will shuffle Gang Up and Overburden back in. Now, I do want to state this as well. I have had to re-record this scenario several times because it chews through threat so quickly and deals damage so quickly that I always end up on 2B, and I get in the mode of doing my thing that I forget that the main scheme 2B tells us 2 things: increase your hand size by 2, and player cards cost 1 more. So, right now is my setup. If I have to go back and scrap the rest of this video and come back and record again, this will be my setup for this scenario. So if you see a cut here in just a few seconds, it's because I messed up again, but I am going to start back with this setup. Let's go ahead and shuffle my deck. And basically I'm doing that because re-recording the intro and setup every time has gotten a little bit exhausting, to the point where I almost don't even want to play this scenario. I am off today, the day I'm recording this, and I recorded Juggernaut, Mr. Sinister, and then this 6 times today, and I actually took like 3 hours off. I was sick of trying to record this particular video. So that's why I'm saying right now, if something happens, this is my setup. 6. What I'm looking for is a Ready to Rumble. I really want a Ready to Rumble. Sorcerer Supreme, I have to mulligan because I've talked about it before. Mission Prepped will not find it in my hand. I don't need What Doesn't Kill Me right now because I'm not going to take any damage. Professor X actually would be good, so I'll hold on to him for a second. I'm going to discard both of these as well because I can get Quinn Carrier back with build support. Let's discard those two. Hopefully I can draw a double. Let's go ahead and discard Sorcerer Supreme as well. Hopefully I can get a double so I can get Professor X. I don't care about the stun. I do care about the threat removal. Ever Vigilant won't do anything for me because there's no threat on the main right now. I'll end up keeping one. Interestingly, though, this Practiced Maneuvers is going to make my Gamma Blast only cost 2, so I might go ahead and fire one of those off as well. The big thing is, once we get to Scheme 2B, my cards cost 1 more, which means this goes back to 3. And that's the reason I did Practice Maneuvers. I do get this for 2 for a little while, but then when I get to Scheme 2, that's going to cost me 3 again. So I am going to start popping off my environments. Mission prepped, that's just going to find me Sorcerer Supreme. I'll now have a hand size of 6 in hero form. Safe House is going to come in. I'm going to go ahead and draw a card. Blue Marvel actually helps me a lot here because he's the one that I am eventually going to go get with Team Assembled. That means I can use him freely as a resource right now and then still be able to get him into play. So this is what we're looking at right now. I also want to get build support in. That is why I mulliganed Quinn Carrier. So let's move these out of the way. These can go all under here. And I'm just going to place this actually where Hope is. Practice Maneuvers. That's going to remind me that my Gamma Blast only costs me 2 right now. So I'm going to start by flipping up to Hero and go to Photon. Photon is going to remove 1. Hope and Spectrum are both going to thwart for 3. So we can clear that one off. I'm going to do Blue Marvel and 2 for Professor X. Move this one over too. I'm going to pop that here in a second. Professor X does confuse, and it is worth noting too that once we finish off Stryfe's Grasp, he gains Stalwart. So if I'm going to use that confuse, I need to use it before I clear off Stryfe's Grasp. Okay, he is going to remove 3. It's down to 5. We are going to... I hate to use both my Ever Vigilance, but I do want to keep build support. So we're going to use 2 Ever Vigilance. Not going to do that yet. Right now, we are going to pop Team Assembled. Can go under there as well. Team Assembled is going to go find me Blue Marvel. Because when Blue Marvel comes into play, he's going to let me change forms. So I'm going to change form to Gamma. When I do that, Gamma is going to deal 1 damage to this Reaper. Now I'm going to use both of my Gamma Blasts both of my Ever Vigilance for Gamma Blast. I'm going to deal 7 with Overkill, so 3 to him, 4 to Stryfe. And then we're going to use Blue Marvel to take 2 more off of here. That's a good turn 1. I am getting close to clearing this already though, so what I'm probably going to do next turn is do some thwarting, maybe just thwart this down to 1, flip down, and then he'll be confused, and then I can flip back up and finish both it off and the one that replaces it. So I'm going to hold on to build support. Let's ready. I'm going to draw up to 6 because of Sorcerer Supreme. 2, 3, 4. Pulsar shields don't do me much of anything, and I would really I really needed to be able to come to Photon, I think, but maybe not. Coming to Pulsar may not be bad either, just because I'm planning to go down at the end of this turn anyway. So, nothing goes on the main, and then we count. I have 2 events, 2 upgrades, an ally, and a build support. So 2 is going to go on. He's going to attack for 2. Professor's going to block it. That's 2, 3, 4, 5. Professor is gone, and I'm glad to see Scrambler go. Bad card. When revealed, discard the top X cards of the encounter card, where X is 2 in this case. Deal each psionic card discarded this way to yourself as a face-down encounter card. So 2, let's hope neither is psionic. Good to see an advance go. That is not psionic. That was good. That was really good. Because since I'm in Gamma, I can attack for 3. Hope can attack for 3. That's 6. Blue Marvel is going to thwart just 2 off of here. I am going to use a Pulsar Shield for build support. And honestly, if I don't thwart this gear up off, I don't really care, because it's the last scenario in the campaign. I would like to get that one off, though. I'm going to pay 2 for energy duplication. That's going to help me. I am going to want to get this ready to rumble in as well, but I don't need to at the moment. I'm going to flip down so that I can utilize that confuse. I don't need to heal, so I'm going to use Safe House to draw me a card, which was a Gamma Blast. That's ready. Drawing 4. Speed of Light is always fun. Speed of Light is really good because it's going to let me come up to Photon and then shift back to Gamma. And going to Photon is going to help me get my my Quinn Carrier in. So that was actually a pretty good draw. Let's put 0 on. I have 1, 2, 3. Ooh, is that 4? I have 4 events. So this is going up by 4. He is not going to scheme. And now as long as I don't draw in advance, I should be good. This one gains Surge. Test your identity. Psychic Inertia actually isn't bad. If your hero attacked and thwarted this phase, discard this. That was actually not at all difficult to get rid of because she can ready as much as she does. So let's use Safe House to draw a card. Photon Speed actually can do a lot of work for me this time. I am going to push Stryfe with this. And honestly, I might go ahead and push Stryfe and have just 1 that's left here go on to the one that this flips into. Then I can come and clear a whole bunch of stuff and still go back to Gamma. And I think that is the plan. That is going to be super helpful. I'm going to use a Pulsar Shield to play Ready to Rumble, which isn't going to do me much right now. I'm going to flip up and go to Gamma, because Gamma is going to deal 1 damage. Now, because Psychic Inertia is on, I have to attack and Hope has to attack. which is super unfortunate. But that gets us the ready we want, or the clear that we want. So attack for 2, attack for 2. Okay. Stryfe is defeated. After Stryfe is defeated, or the last threat is removed from this card, flip it and reveal Living Bomb. Place any threat here on Living Bomb. So there's 1, and it comes in with 3, so there's a total of 4. That's part 1. Part 2, he is going to come back in with 17 health. This is going to advance us to 2A. There's only text on 2A. Then we come to 2B. And here is where I have messed up every game that I've recorded today. I have to remember 2 things. +2 hand size, and everything I play costs 1 additional resource. That is going to be my Achilles heel right now. So, knowing that I still need to... Alright, I am in editing. I just realized that I never did the when revealed effect on Stryfe when he went to stage 2. So I've had to reset the entire game to that point, which is unfortunate because it's been a clean game up to this point, and I won on my next turn. But this is what we've done. I've reset the board, I have refilled my hand with the same cards, I have reset both discard piles exactly. Now I'm going to shuffle both of these decks. Shuffling both of these decks hurts because the top card of my deck was an Ever Vigilant, and I need that Ever Vigilant to win on my turn. A What Doesn't Kill Me won't ready me because I'm at full health. So I need to hope I get a What Doesn't Kill Me. We're also going to shuffle this pile just because we don't know. I know what the next 2 cards in the deck were, but that doesn't matter because I would have discarded those to get a psionic event. Alright. So, right now, we are reset to the point where I was when I pushed Stryfe to stage 2. So now I'm going to reveal until I get a psionic attachment. Mental Transferal. If Stryfe's Grasp is in play, attach it to Hope Summers. It is not. Otherwise, attach it to my identity. After Stryfe takes any amount of damage, attached character takes an equal amount of damage. Discard this card. That could hurt. We'll see. Okay. Now the game is back on track. We are going to... I do want to note also, I have already attacked on this turn. That's what pushed Stryfe to stage 2. Now I'm going to thwart. I'm going to pay 1, 2, and 3, because Photon Speed now costs me 3, to play Photon Speed. I move to Photon. That'll be after. I move to Photon and remove 4 from a scheme. That goes away. After I change form, 2 things happen. I will remove 1, and Ready to Rumble will ready me. Now I have both attacked and thwarted this turn, so I'm going to take an action to discard Psychic Inertia. Now I am back to 3 thwart. I can thwart off build support and put Quinn Carrier into play. This Photon Speed is gone. Now, because Speed of Light costs me 1 now, I'll use Quinn Carrier to pay Speed of Light, to play Speed of Light, change energy form, and draw a card. I'm going to change to Gamma and draw a card. After I change form, deal damage. Now, this was the point where that photon speed I just drew was actually ever vigilant. So I went into the final turn knowing, as long as nothing bad happens on the encounter phase, I've won. Ooh, one more good thing happens right now. After Stryfe takes any amount of damage, attached character takes an equal amount and discard it. That is actually super important. So this goes away too. That deal 1 damage actually came in real handy there. I wasn't even thinking about that. Now, I'm going to use Blue Marvel to block. And I'm going to ditch this photon speed because I need to dig for an Ever Vigilant. If I get an Ever Vigilant and nothing bad happens on the encounter phase, I win on my turn. So hand size is up to 2, so I'm going to draw 7 cards up to 8. That's garbage. That's garbage. That's garbage unless I can take some damage, which means I might not block with Blue Marvel. Because if I take damage, I'll be able to use what doesn't kill me. Power of will pay for it, +1. I need an additional. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2 more cards. Give me an Ever Vigilant. Speed of Light. I didn't get Ever Vigilant, but I did get what doesn't kill me. And that means I will just take the attack this turn. Let's count our commons. I have event, event, event. I have 3 events. I have 2 allies as a port in a player side scheme. So X is 3 right now. 1 goes on the main at the beginning of the turn. He's going to attack me for 4 plus a boost. And I'm just going to take that so that I can ready with what doesn't kill me. Let's go ahead and ready up too. I haven't done that. So he's attacking me for 4 plus a boost. There is a 4 boost icon minion in this deck. So 4 plus 1 is 5. I will take that 5. That's 4, 5. Now, 1 card. If this 1 card doesn't mess me up, I win on my turn. Telepathic Camouflage. Each player places X threat here, where X is the number of cards of the most common type. So that's 2 plus 3, and that's 5. And because that didn't mess me up, I'm going to win my game. So, let's start with a Gamma Blast. Gamma Blast still only cost me 3 because of Practice Maneuver. That's 1, 2, and my buddy Starhawk, didn't even use him this game, pays for Gamma Blast. Gamma Blast deals 7. That's 6, 7. I attack for 3. Hope attacks for 3. That's 6 more. Now, since I didn't block with Blue Marvel this turn, I could have him do some attacking and get him down to 1, but I don't need to. I'm going to play Power of All of Us plus 1 more to play What Doesn't Kill Me. What Doesn't Kill Me will gain me, heal me 2 damage and ready me. Then I can attack for 3. Okay. I hated that I had to come in with that edit. I loved that I was able to go through the entire game without any mistakes. And then in editing, I found that I had made a mistake. I also really hated to shuffle these decks because I knew what had come up in my first play, and it did not do anything to me. This didn't do anything to me either, so I was happy about that. But that is Spectrum in Protection. I absolutely love this deck. I absolutely love this campaign, and I'm going to play it at least 2 more times. Once with Psylocke and once with Angel. And my Angel deck is probably going to be very similar to this deck. Oh, and Ever Vigilant was at the bottom. In Angel, if you're in Angel form, you're going to draw a card when you play Ever Vigilant. In Archangel form, you're going to deal 2 damage when you play Ever Vigilant. And that makes that an even more powerful card. That is ready, remove Tooth from the main, deal 2 damage. That is super powerful, and Angel's deck is full of other aerial cards, so I was not looking forward to Angel when it was first released. I was all on the Psylocke bandwagon, and I still am really going to enjoy Psylocke, but I am most interested at this point to play Angel, and that's only because I played this Spectrum deck with Ever Vigilant, and it just crushes everything. It removes threat super fast, it deals damage super fast, and you add Hope Summers into the mix, and you're doubling up on everything you do. So that was NeXt Evolution. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a great day.